Hello children, welcome to your SCL class. So today we are going to hear a story of Arthur and the fox. Okay, Arthur and the fox. There was a boy named Arthur, and one day he was playing with his toys when his parents told him, "Hey Arthur, would you like to go for a walk with us?" So Arthur said, "Yes, sure, why not?" And he picked up his favorite toy, which was a fox. And he started following his parents up to the forest. His parents told him, "Hey Arthur, walk fast, otherwise you will be lost in this huge forest." Arthur said, "Yes, Papa, I am coming. Please wait." But Arthur, while he was walking, he kept on looking down at his feet and his toy fox. And suddenly, as he looked up from his feet, he stopped. He could no longer see his parents, only trees and bushes. He called them, "Mommy, Daddy, where are you?" Nobody answered. Arthur was afraid. He sat down and sighed very hard. "Where are my parents? How am I going to find the way back home?" The forest seemed very large and threatening. Suddenly, a red shadow came out of the bush and stopped in front of him. "Hello," said the red shadow. "Why are you so sad?" Arthur looked closer and he saw it was a fox, a real one, with sharp eyes, thin paws, and a fluffy tail. "Hello," Arthur answered. "I am sad because I cannot find my mummy and daddy." The fox said, "They shouldn't be far away. Come with me, we will find them." And Arthur got up and followed the fox's fluffy tail. He asked, "Do you live here?" "The forest scares me." "Yes, I live in the forest," the fox answered, "sniffing yellow flowers here, red flowers there. I know it by heart. I know it by day when it is hot, when the air is heavy and the smells are strong. And I know it by night in the fresh, cool air, and I gaze at the stars from the hilltop." The fox kept walking and looked at everything around him. He stopped and turned to Arthur. "Look at the trees," he said. "These are pines. They smell good." Arthur smelled the perfumed air, which almost tickled his nose. Now the fox said, "Why don't you touch this white stone? Try to feel it." And yes, he, Arthur, tried to feel it by putting the hand on this white stone. It was so soft. It was green as well as purple. He said, "Wow, this is so colorful stone. I have never seen like this." Now the fox said, "Listen to these sad singing. Do you hear the sound?" Arthur could barely hear the fox. Now he could hear the birds singing everywhere. By then, now they went up the hill, and at the top, the fox sat down in the shadow of the tree on a mat of pine needles. Just behind the tree, there was a cliff of grey stone overhanging the woods. "From here I can see the whole forest," the fox said, "and the birds in the sky. the butterflies and the bees, and clouds. At night I see the bats and the fireflies. I hear the crickets and I watch the stars. Arthur also stood under the tree and admired the sea of green woodland below, with dots of white stone. And when the wind blew, he felt the warm air with the smell of pine and earth drifting up. Now they went down the hill and were again in the heart of the forest. The forest is a wonderful place, the fox said to Arthur. It is full of extraordinary sounds, colors, smells, and textures. You just have to look around you. Are you still scared? Oh no, Arthur said. Everything is so beautiful. Thank you for showing me the forest. From now on, when am I walking, I will look at everything around me and not only my feet. The fox said, your parents are behind these big bushes. Go to them. Arthur hugged the fox and said thank you to him and ran to his parents. He shouted, Mummy, Daddy, I finally found you. He was relieved now. A fox helped me to look for you and showed me the forest. But what are you saying, Arthur? His mother asked. You went hiding behind these bushes to play for a few minutes ago. And speaking of foxes, his father said, where is your toy? Arthur looked around. These were the same bushes, and he did not have his toy. He ran behind the bushes and yelled, the fox will surely help me find my toy. He knows the forest so well. But in place of the fox, Arthur saw his toy. He picked it up swiftly and called the fox, the real one. But the fox did not show himself. Come on, Arthur, his parents said. Let's go on with our walk. Besides, foxes are very shy. They like to hide. Now he, Arthur, picked up his favorite toy, the soft toy fox, and he hugged him and said thank you to this fox. And on the stroll with his parent, Arthur learned to appreciate the forest and thanked one of his inhabitants with sharp eyes and his fluffy tail. Thank you, children. And this was the story about mindfulness, where in mindfulness we take out time from the busy chaotic things what we are doing. If we are stressed out, we just need to take some little time out, look around ourselves, look at the nature, relax ourselves, calm ourselves, do certain things which can relax our mind, and then we would be good to go. So this is the main the motive behind of us telling you all the story, and the story was all about mindfulness, where Arthur was so busy looking for his on his feet and his toy, where he was not enjoying the nature around him, and that's why he was helped by his fox, who showed him the forest which is so beautiful all around him. Alright, thank you.